Welcome to Kashmir University Weekly Video Digest Quest. First, a look at the highlights. EMMRC organizes a 7-day workshop for state information officers and camera persons. Workshop on research methodology concludes. And we also have some important notifications of the university at the end. Now the details of these events with your host Nisar Dharma. Educational Multimedia Research Centre, in collaboration with the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Government of Jammu and Kashmir, organised a week-long refresher course for information officers and cameramen of the state government. Some working journalists of the state are also participating in the refresher course. The inaugural session was held in the media auditorium of EMMRC. Research scientist EMMRC and course coordinator Dr. Salima Jan, in her remarks at the inaugural function, told participants that it's important that the message and the medium is selected properly, keeping in view the target audience.
When we were doing the research project on coverage of gender issues, in Patna I came across a very important public notice. It was a half-page ad. And there was a very important text written. It was a half-page ad given by DAVP. So what was this targeted? That family planning is the need of the hour, because most of the maternal deaths that occur, most of them occur in developing countries, and most of them in the states of Bihar and Jharkhand. So this was a message which was very relevant to the women of Bihar, Jharkhand and UP. But the medium that was chosen, that was Times of India. So the women, they don't have access, nor they are literate so that they can read it. So they never heard it, so you never said it. So you as information officers of the government are a strong link between the masses and the government, thus you can be a powerful agents of change.
Director EMMRC Dr. Shahid Rasool impressed upon the audience that the excuse of no infrastructure for not doing work is a pass. Director of the Multimedia Centre said that technology has demolished this myth as we are shifting towards virtual offices and virtual universities.
I take pride in informing that the centre has created a niche for itself at the national level. When the centre completed the e-content in botany in September 2013, we became the first centre in the country to have completed the packaging of undergraduate course in botany in the form of e-content, and it was launched on Sakshat portal by then HRD Minister Janab Pallam Raju. And the quality of content which was made with the help of our university and college teachers has been appreciated by one and all. We have demonstrated that we are no less than anyone else in the country. This all has happened because of the fast technological transfer that is taking place. Gone are the days when I will say that we don't have the educational material available, because on the click of the button, you have all the information before you.
While outlining the importance of 7-day workshop, Dr. Shahid told participants that today the richest man in the world and a commoner have same access to technology.
I always say in my interaction with the people that the richest man on earth, Bill Gates, and the poorest of the tribe, Director EMMRC, are having access to same technology. The technology transfer is very fast. We are all having access to the same ICT means. Then what stops me from contributing the way the others in the West are contributing?
Stating that holding the workshop in EMMRC is an indicator that the state administration wants to actively interact with the academia. Dean Academic Affairs Professor Muhammad Ashraf Bani said that the barriers between technology and theory will be pulled down.
This occasion is indicative of the realization on the part of the line administration, line departments, that there is a need for good governance. Besides other things, there is a need to pull down the barriers and have an interaction with the academia, to take benefit of their expertise, their insights, their academic input, and the research that is being carried out there.
Professor Vani expressed satisfaction that State Information Office has realized the importance of updating their skills and hoped that all the participants would get acquainted not only with the theory but also with the latest gadgetry.
We have special branches in mass media which teach technology, communication technology, as well as skills, how to use electronic media and print media effectively. And knowledge is something which is not stable, which is not immobile. It goes on. What is today right, it may be wrong tomorrow. What is today fashion, it may become outdated tomorrow. So all those people who are working in different departments, they have to keep themselves abreast of what is going on.
Divisional Commissioner Kashmir, Mr. Rohit Kansal, who was the guest of the honor, while speaking on the occasion, told information officers that they should not consider themselves as a government propagandist.
You are the Department of Information. And what is information? Information means आप किसी को क्या बताना चाहते हैं. लिहाजा डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन का मकासद, उसका पर्पस, उसका काम इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाना है. और किस चीज की इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाना है? अबाउट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग ऑल अराउंड अस. देयरफॉर जो आप ऑफिसर साहिबान का रोल है एज ए लिंक between people and the government, your job is to not carry out propaganda on behalf of the government, on my behalf, on behalf of any minister. Your job is to carry out genuine information to the people. हमारी एनुअल प्लान का साइज 4000 करोड़ रुपए है. आपको ये इंफॉर्मेशन लोगों तक पहुंचानी है कि इस साल में मरकजी सरकार या रियासती के सरकार की तरफ से इतना पैसा इन कामों पे खर्च होगा, जिससे सरकार की भी अकाउंटेबिलिटी हो सके, हम लोगों की भी अकाउंटेबिलिटी हो सके. हमसे भी लोग पूछे कि अगर आपको इतने फंड्स रिलीज किए गए तो आपने वो फंड्स कहां-कहां खर्च किए.
He told them that information itself is going through a change, and in that scenario, information officers have a challenge on how to reach people in speedy manner without losing accuracy.
Partly because of the use of information technology, partly because of the economic status of people is growing, educational levels are growing, awareness is growing, कि there is a trade-off between speed and accuracy. हम सब लोग इतनी जल्दी इंफॉर्मेशन लेना चाहते हैं कि उस इंफॉर्मेशन को वेरीफाई करने का कोई टाइम ही नहीं होता, और गलत इंफॉर्मेशन देने के लिए कोई अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं है. लिहाजा कुछ भी इंफॉर्मेशन किसी भी शक्ल में, किसी भी सूरत में सर्कुलेट करती रहती है, और इंफॉर्मेशन ओवरलोड हो गया है, इंफॉर्मेशन बहुत ज्यादा है. हम लोगों के सामने जो गवर्नमेंट को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, जो सरकारी खित्ते को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, ये चैलेंज है कि एक्यूरेसी को सैक्रिफाइस किए बगैर हमें स्पीड से चलना है.
Joint Director DIPR Mr. Shafqat Iqbal appealed journalists present in the workshop to be a part of positive journalism. He told them that if our journalism is healthy, then it will be reflected in the society as well.
Media plays a major role in nowadays society. Our media should be healthy one. As healthy the media is, I think as healthy the society would be. So I request my media persons to carry positive journalism. This would be my humble request to the media groups. So in short, I can say that this media acts as a you all know that it is called the fourth pillar of the democracy. It is also called as watchdog. It oversees all the public expenditures being done and all public services being provided by the government to the societies.
Producer of the centre, Mr. Tariq Abdullah, proposed the vote of thanks.
We are highly thankful to worthy Vice Chancellor Professor Khurshid Iqbal Andrabi for authorizing us to organize this week-long refresher course for information officers and camera persons of State Information Department. We are highly thankful to Mr. Rohit Kansal, Divisional Commissioner Kashmir, for gracing the occasion and sharing his valuable thoughts.
After the inaugural function, several technical sessions were held. The refresher course will continue for the next 6 days. A 7-day workshop on research methodology organized by the Directorate of Distance Education concluded. Around 35 participants from different colleges and universities attended the workshop. The valedictory function was held in the conference hall of DDE. Director DDE Professor Nilofer Khan, while presenting the welcome address, appraised some highlights of the 7-day workshop.
My faculty really wants to go for such events among other works of the department. And this was a long pending desire of my teachers. But Alhamdulillah, I hope we are satisfied all and we have been successful also in conducting this event. So the deliberations really started from 16th of February, and there were 4 of the sessions every day, and till now we have completed nearly about 24 sessions. The experts whom we listened over here, they were the reputed people, and from the university itself. This was one of the sort of innovation we made in our workshops, that we heard the people and the intelligentsia of own university.
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmad Reshi told participants that it is necessary for all the faculty members to attend research methodology courses, as such courses keeps them in touch with latest trends in the research field.
We are emphasizing research, quality research in the institutions, and then we are convinced that this is very essential, that in case our faculty members have to stay afloat in the higher education sector in India, which is undergoing tremendous changes, then they shall have to actually do quality research, then alone they would be around and they can be taken seriously. We are also basically trying our level best to see to it that we do good research, whatever it takes on the part of administrators to provide to the teachers, and then the students will be doing that. It is good to have an interdisciplinary program, but I understand that it was too much interdisciplinary, isn't it? I mean, you had people from very extremely diverse disciplines. That also at times creates problems, agreed? I would appreciate that if the Directorate of Distance Education organizes several such programs, but a methodology that would be applicable, say, in social sciences and in sciences, may not hold true for humanities. And actually those people who are coming from humanities background, they must have felt slightly bad as to most of the topics that were covered must not have been relevant to them.
Professor Reshi also informed participants that university is going to construct a multiplex for researchers which will alleviate their problems.
In certain of the disciplines you require quality instrumentation. We are trying to create one. And then we are, say, thinking of developing a multiplex in the university, which would house state-of-the-art facilities, but it would not be department-specific, it would be university-specific. This multiplex would have labs, would have a ground floor, which would be free, I mean, where the instruments would be kept. We have here multiplicity of facilities. If you look at the PCRs, which is a good machine nowadays, you will find many of them in biotechnology, biochemistry, zoology, botany, everywhere. Look at even generators. I mean, you have plenty of them. And then the utility, I mean, the utilization of the potential of these generators is far less. We must be using the capacity just to the order of 10%. 90% we must be wasting. I mean, we are conscious of the difficulties. As administrator, I assure you that we are taking very serious steps in this regard.
Assistant Professor of DDE, Mr. Shaukat Rashid Vani, read a report about the workshop.
He, in his speech, focused on the need and importance of conducting research, objectives of research, internal and external criticism, primary and secondary source of historical research. He urged the scholars to remain abreast about the new discourses and recent trends in their research.
Some participants also spoke on the occasion and appreciated the Directorate for organizing such an informative workshop for them. Later, certificates were handed over to the participants. Now, some important notifications of the university. Exemptions for specially abled students. As per the existing statutes and norms, the blind and physically handicapped candidates are exempted from all fees in examination. They are also allowed for writing purposes to have an assistant who could write for them. But the assistant should not be of the same institution and must be a student of lower grade. They are also allowed to have a separate room with a special supervisor. Blind candidates may be permitted to type their answer if they so desire. The centre notice for BA, BSc, BCom, BBA, BCA, MCMP, Fazila, BA Honours, BCom Honours, annual biannual examination for regular fresh, private, failure, backlog, additional, English-only candidates of Kashmir, Kargil, Leh, Gurez, Tangdar has been issued. The female students of Kashmir University who are desirous to avail the hostel accommodation for the academic year 2015-2016 are intimated to apply for the hostel accommodation in the university from March 2. The last date for the submission of accommodation form is March 15. The CSIR NET examination will be held in June 2015. The interested students who have not applied so far are informed that the last date of submitting the examination fee is March 11, 2015. To know the complete details of all these notices, log on to our website kashmiruniversity.ac.in or kashmiruniversity.net. With this, we come to the end of our today's program. Log on to our website emmrckashmir.com to watch all the episodes of Quest. Send us your valuable suggestion at our email address quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take your leave, here are a few words of wisdom. When I sit down to write a book, I do not say to myself, I'm going to produce a work of art. I write it because there is some lie that I want to expose, some fact to which I want to draw attention, and my initial concern is to get a hearing.